be a new word for you, and maybe a tool that you don't see often in labor. As doulas, we've used it a long time, for centuries, in fact, in some countries. So rebozo is just the word for this long indigenous scarf that is used in their culture and very revered in South America. But there's actually the cloth concept in many, many cultures in many lands around the world. And as doulas, we love a labor tool that helps our clients feel good and helps our babies to be in optimal positions. So we love to learn about tools and use them to help our client. We are very cautious that we're not using anything that's going to cause harm to our client or our baby. And our clients always have the right to refuse to do any techniques we share with them. Now, what do we do with this rebozo? I bet you're wondering that. We're going to layer on our information about the anatomy of the pelvis and baby positioning to help us to do some different things with the rebozo in labor. Prenatally, our focus mainly is about comfort. We want her to be comfortable. And so we're addressing whatever issues she's encountering. Maybe she's having discomfort in her hips, so we're going to show how to use rebozo to do some little vibrating, gentle, small movements to help her feel better. Maybe we're going to help her to tie it around her hips under baby, no pressure on any of that uterus. We're just going here in the hips pressure. Or maybe we're going to show her how to kind of lift that belly a little bit to help that back to have some relief, to help give that lift to baby. Once again, all of our techniques are very gentle, very small movements. You might also see a doula use some of these tips and tricks when she has a client in labor, at home or in the hospital. And it might seem unusual to you, like, what is going on with this? But we are very careful in what we're doing. We're always giving the client the choice of, do you want to do this or not? And we're trying to figure out if this would be helpful for her feeling comfortable or even helping baby to shift a little. We can use the rebozo to help a labor pattern that isn't a funky labor pattern, and we want it to have it more regular and more consistent. And so we'll do a technique called the lift and tuck, and that helps to lift that baby and align that baby in the pelvis. What that looks like is you have the pelvis like this, the baby sitting here, more out this direction, and that rebozo lifts, and then we tilt the mom's pelvis, has her tilt it to better align that baby's head into that pelvis area. It gives great back relief, and it can help with contractions that are irregular and spaced out. Another thing you might see us doing is doing some different small vibration movements with the mom, whether we're doing it on her hips, on her shoulders, or on her buttocks, just to give that relaxation to the muscles, to help those muscles just to open and release and take tension out. Many women, when they labor, their tension increases. So we do whatever we can to massage, relax, and open the body for that labor to move forward. We tend to not use the rebozo directly on the belly unless it's a hands and knees position and mom doesn't have an epidural. If she has something like an epidural, then we're not putting it where she can't feel it. And so please be aware we're being careful with that. And if she has an epidural, we're also being cognizant of that tube being taped on her back, and we're gentle with that movement as well. But it's great in how it can be used as an interaction between the client. It can be used to just create more stability. We can use it as a slow dance technique where the mom can be grounded with her partner and sway back and forth. We're really open to the different ways that it can be used if it would be helpful to mom and a safe thing to do. Our motions are all gentle, smooth, no heavy and jerking. We're always being cognizant of risks and benefit to mom, looking for relaxation for her and guiding her in that, but also listening to her and what she likes or doesn't like.